Good morning, YouTubers. Tsquare here with Tsquare Talk. So it's been a little while since I've done a video. Basically, my computer started out, my streaming software went down, so I wasn't able to do any live streaming. And then shortly after that, my actual whole computer, my Windows 10 went out, is what I believe it is. I'm waiting on someone to come help me out to try to get it fixed. And I've been looking at it myself trying to figure it out, but it's got the blue screen that won't even go past the boot menu, so I'm not really sure what it is yet. But I had picked up a huge collection, and I've already started kind of divvying it out to people, so I kind of wanted to do a video before I actually let a lot of this stuff go. I did end up getting the collection. It was $2,500. It's a huge collection. I know when people look at it, they're like, well, $2,500 looks like a lot for all that. However, there's a lot of silver in here, and silver is on the move up. I mean, there was literally probably a ton of these sets. These are actually these silver proof sets, and then there was a ton of these sets, which are the regular proof sets, not silver sets. But I kind of wanted to show you guys what I got. I'm going to do it over the course of probably, like 5 videos, kind of break this stuff down and show y'all what I got here. And we'll take a look at the first set right now. Okay, so I guess we'll start off looking at the actual sets. These are the proof sets, only because I have so many of them, and this ain't even all of them. This is just the state quarter sets. I also have all of the territories and national parks over here, but we're going to get started, and we will look at these, and we'll look at them individually too. So the first thing we'll take a look at is the 99s. I picked up a bunch of them, which is pretty cool because the 99s, in my opinion, is the most popular because it was the first one. A lot of people missed them. And some of the other ones, now like the 08, this set down here was the hardest one. It turned out to be the most expensive, I think, because it had more errors in it or a lot of mistakes or something. Because the 08s were just everywhere. Now there is one sitting here that didn't have a package to it, so I was like, oh, I'll still take it, I mean, what the heck. But that's okay. So let's take a look first, and we'll look at the 1999. How many did we end up getting on that? 2, 4, 6, 7 of them. So let's take a look. So I just paused for a quick minute to get a light set up right above where I'm doing this. I like to do this on my kitchen counter. I'll end up cleaning out my whole counter and just kind of put everything in there. That way I can see everything. So the first thing I have is this is the 99 set. I just opened one up. Comes with a certificate with it. Just with some basic information about what the quarters are. And then you open it up and bam. This one does have with it, it has these are your first 5 states. So you have Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Georgia, and that's all 5 of them. I was making sure I didn't miss one there. But they're real nice condition. Great, I mean, that's what I like about these. They're easy to trade. A lot of people like these. I've already had a lot of people ask me about these that live in my area and collect coins. They didn't get the whole set, or they were missing some, or they know that I collect, so they're like, hey, can you get me that? Can you do that? So that's one of the things that I do for a lot of the people in my area. There's no shipping, so I can just trade outright with these people. Shipping is what kills on a lot of trades. But so with that being said, that's the first one. Now, one thing I did notice, that there is a slight discoloration in 3 of the boxes versus the other 4. I'm not really 100% sure why that is. If anybody knows or knows that there's a difference between these sets, please let me know in the comments, because they both say the same thing. They're not, neither of them are silver on these ones, so I'm not really sure why they're different. But let's get moving on to the 2000 set. Now, I did just open up the 2000 set. Now, they do all come with a card. I'm not going to take out all the cards on all of them so you guys can see. That's the same card pretty much on every one of these packs, except for over here where you have the silver packs. So, as you can see, I mean, these are really nice. They hadn't really been taken out, so they're not all scratched up. This one is the 2000 set. It has Maryland, Massachusetts, South Carolina, Virginia, and New Hampshire. These are great sets to kind of teach kids about coins, to also teach kids about the states. It's a good way to learn. This was, in my opinion, this was an outstanding program that the U.S. Mint did. I know a lot of people did not like that, especially if you were in the banking business, dealing with customers every day coming in, wanting specific quarters. But hey, you know, everybody's got to do their job. So I think it's good for the kids, and I think it was a good collection. So with that being said, let's jump on over to the next one. Now, we only got 2 of these ones. And really, I don't know why there was such a difference in the collection, why there was some extras of these and only a couple of those, or vice versa. Now, these are 2008s, but there's actually only one. That one I'll be keeping for myself, for my set, because I'm going to actually keep one instead of these, and not let it go. So, but let's move over to the 2001. So on the 2001, I did pick up 4 of these. And right here, as you can see, this is the 2001 set. And I know my lighting probably ain't the best the way my lighting is in here. Only because I get the reflection coming back off of the coins. Let's see if there's another way to do this. But this set does consist of, what do we got here? Now I gotta move it over a little so I can even make it out. So this set does consist of New York, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Virginia, and Kentucky. So that's kind of a nice. They're all really nice sets. I like them all. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you guys think about these. I like them. They are all S on them. They have the San Francisco Mint. But so. That being said, let's get moving on to the 2002. Now, the next one was 2002, and the quarters they did for 2002 is Tennessee, Ohio, Louisiana, India, and Mississippi. Pretty nice designs. And I do need to go through these and take a look, because I do know of some errors on some of the quarters. And if you know an error that you might have on one of these quarters, go ahead if you feel like putting it in the comments and help me out, and I'll check and see, hey, maybe I got that coin. That'd be pretty cool. That's one of the things I love about YouTube, is you get to talk to people and basically they give you insight. So I learned just as much as some of you guys might be learning from doing YouTube videos, so I do like that about it. There's always going to be someone new coming on, watching the videos for the first time, and then they'll read through the comments and they'll learn something new too and start looking. So let's get checking for the 2003 set. Okay, so I did get 5 of the 2003 sets. Now, 2003 had Illinois, Alabama, Maine, Missouri, and Arkansas. Now, I like the fact that it has Maine and that I got 5 of them, because I am originally from Maine. So it kind of is a nicer set. I may actually keep an extra one of the Maine and of the Texas when I get to the Texas, which is going to be the next one. But that's what they look like. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. Now, one thing I don't like that I've noticed on some sets, see this first quarter? How it kind of has that ring forming up around the outer edge. I don't know why some sets do that. Some people like that, some people don't. It's a really nice toning on it when it does that. However, I personally don't like that. I'd rather see my coins stay, you know, flawless condition. But with that being said, let's get over to the 2004, which, if Maine ain't my favorite year, I would have to say, if 2003 is not my favorite year, then I would definitely have to say 2004, because 2004 is Texas. So that's a great year. But let's go check that one out too. Okay, so here I do have the 2004. Now, there is a slight problem that I have with this. I only have 2 of the 2004s for the regular sets. However, I have a lot of them in silver that I picked up in this collection. I guess they just preferred the silver ones, which I would prefer the silver ones too. But the 2004 has Michigan, Florida, Texas, Iowa, and Wisconsin. You can see the Texas quarter right there. But they are in great shape, which is pretty cool. They made a lot of them, unfortunately. Now, I know this Wisconsin one, there may be an error on that. I know there was something with the corn leaves. Some of them, I guess, was missing a corn leaf, or they had an extra corn leaf or something. But with that being said, I'll have to look that up individually. So I only got 2 of those, though. But we're going to see the next year. Now we'll move on to that one next year. The next year will be 2005. Okay, so I've only got 3 of the 2005s. And one of them came without the box, but I still took it. I was like, you can't really go wrong. Now, 2005 does have California, Minnesota, Oregon, Kansas, and West Virginia. And you can take a look. Now, one of the things with, I believe it was the Kansas, is the In God We Trust. I'm going to flip that over because someone actually sent me, hooked me up with 2 quarters that said In God We Rust. I was pretty psyched that they gave them to me as part of a, he ended up getting a bunch of good coins, and basically the person included some of them, and the person, since I had bought part of them off him, he let me get a couple of them too. So but let's take a look. Hopefully that would be awesome if it was missing that. And it does say In God We Trust. But yeah, I guess the T kind of broke off or got faded down or something, and it just didn't stamp on the quarters. So I was hoping that would have been nice to have one in flawless condition like that from a set. But I'm guessing they probably don't make many mistakes on these sets because people do pay so much for them. But with that being said, let's jump over to the 2006. Okay, I was getting scared for a second. I do have 5 of the 2006s. Now, with the 2006, the reason I got nervous for a second is I had placed the one 2008 that I had on top of it, and I was like, oh my word, I didn't get none. And I already assigned out a couple of these sets to people that had already told me, hey, I really want to get one of them sets. Can you work me a trade or something? And I said I would. So the 2006 Nevada, Nebraska, Colorado, North Dakota, and South Dakota. Yeah, that would have caused a problem for me. I would not have been happy because once I tell someone that it's theirs, sometimes they'll leave them in my possession temporarily until everything's finalized, and I hate to have anything go wrong. So, but yeah, another nice. You can kind of look at each one of the quarters. Really nice year. I think they had a lot of cool quarters this year, just for looks and design. I think this was probably one of the better years. None of them, in my opinion, were kind of plain. I thought they were all good. If you have a favorite year, though, definitely let me know in the comments what your favorite year is. And we're going to jump over and we're going to take a look at the 2007. Now, the 2007 has, I only got 2 of them. I got the 1 box in my hand plus the one underneath. It had Montana, Washington, Idaho, Wyoming, and Utah. Really, really nice quarters again. I need to look up and see which ones have errors, if any of them have errors in them. But the next one's going to be the most expensive. I'm not 100% sure why. It's a 2008, but let's get over there and take a look at that one. So like I said, on this one I only have one of them. This one has California, New Mexico, Arizona, Alaska, and Hawaii. And that's it for all of these. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to show you the rest later on other videos. I thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you hit that like, subscribe button. Hope to see you guys again on Tsquare Talk.